Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
TG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And it's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool, nothing else.
Right, good evening everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. Let me just check my replay thing's set right. No, it isn't. Hang on, that should do it. We're here for the only match that's on the schedule between Stub, as we're calling him. Mainly I'm calling him Stub because I can't fit his name into the little bottom third there that we have on the screen. Stub representing the United States, even though he says he doesn't want to, but he's back to writing in uppercase, so he's back to being an American again. And Coldest Pillow, who's representing Wales. The One Loss Side is a race to 9, I believe.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, and John Virgo's with us as well. Yes, it is a race to 9. It starts at the top of the hour, and there are no more matches on the schedule. Probably won't be any more now until after Christmas is done. One other quick thing to check. I'm just going to tab out. Steve, I think, said he was going to be here. He still isn't here, but we've got 5 minutes to go. One other thing I'm going to double check as well is the 10 ball on the 10 footer. Sorry, that's 2025, isn't it? So we better get that right. The sign-ups for it are going pretty well. So anybody who's thinking about it better get their skates on, because looking at the sign-ups, we've got 6 open seats left. So the full field of 32 it would be. and we've got more than a fortnight to go, so I reckon that is going to be full. I'll be very, very surprised if it doesn't fill. We've got Albie, Bankster, Bedhead, Brain Fillout, Casino Jim, Chiku, Cobra, Coldest Pillow, Damon, who's a name I haven't seen, mentioned that yesterday. Mr. Fox has got in. Fast Eddie, Interchange X, Larry, Liquid, Matt, MC Clarkey, Bill, One Pocket Slim, Ravi, Stub, Sergeresh, Skull Shooter, Slugs, Spectre Dawn, Tommy, Whiskey. Oh, I hope that wasn't a power outage here. It looked as if it had a flicker of power there. And Wink at Me. So 6 spots left, so anybody thinking about it, get yourself in. It won't be there that long, I don't think. Right, so Stubb, I think, is taking this a bit more serious because he was in practicing earlier on today when I seen him. And the chat isn't coming up on my phone for some reason again. Who's that? Good evening to Run Out Rob. Good afternoon, or good afternoon and evening to Slim as well. Who's Damon? I don't know what the hell's up with this bloody chat. Yeah, there's nothing coming up on my phone at all. I'm going to shut it down and bring up YouTube again and see if it will work. Yeah, I'm going to do another tab in a minute. The assumption is Steve is going to be here. That's better. It's now showing up. I would suggest that the YouTube app on Android is a bit ropey as far as the chat goes. It's not all that reliable. Right, one more quick tab. Right. Well, I've got one more early shift. Early to bed again, 8 o'clock tonight, up at 2 AM, start work at 4, finish at noon. And I'll be done, thank God for that. I'm absolutely knackered. The back is very sore. And I'm desperate to get to bed. So hopefully these guys won't hang around too long. And get it over with and get it done so I can get out of here. Right, so we are about a minute away. Well, maybe Steve's forgotten about it. I thought he sort of mentioned he was going to be around, but maybe I picked him up wrong. He's in the usual place in away mode. So if we get any predictions, I will say what the hell Slim talking about? Nice open CP Coldest Pillow 9 Stub. Oh, I would say I'd say anything can happen in this, but it's obviously down to who controls the cue ball best, and I think that's a toss of a coin because Coldest Pillow's completely new to this game, and of course Stubb. But Stubb does settle down and produce one or two good shots. We've seen that in his other matches, but we all know where it can go wrong. The break, the free shot, and all that sort of stuff. Right, so the room is up. I'm going to do one more tab. If we can get the bloody tab to work, there we go. Welcome to Steve.
Good evening.
We'll get into the room. Well, are we going to toss a coin for this one to decide who wins this? I think
Coldest Pillow's been playing. He just keeps getting better, and Stubb stays the same. So I don't know.
Well, Stubb's taking this a bit more seriously because he was in getting practice earlier on today when I got home, and I think he knows obviously his neck's on the line to not go out this tournament as fast as he went out the last one. He had a couple of losses, and that was him gone. So He needs
Well, I'm
to.
expecting him to take a lot of chances.
Well, of course he will. Yeah,
Snub
of
blast.
course he will.
You know, I think if Coldest Pillow plays well, he's got a pretty good shot at winning this.
There we go. We've got the lag for the break. We've got Coldest Pillow on the right-hand side. That's far too heavy from Coldest Pillow. Touched like a sledgehammer. So he wants to tone that down a bit as far as the
looks
pace
like
goes.
He's leaving the stream. That's good. That's the worst thing you can do is be in the stream.
Well, yellow ball has gone in. In fact, more than that. Well, there's a dicey little combo there on the two yellows. I would think the yellows.
That'd be hard to miss.
You see, the yellows look good if only because those two reds above the side pocket. One of them's got a problem, I think, in getting to a hole.
Yeah, I would probably take the yellows at this point. Just the one below the side pocket there is it doesn't go in a lot of pockets.
Yeah, and that yellow's blocking it in the obvious one, which is the corner. So
it's got the side pocket, and that's really it. It goes in one pocket, unless you consider that thin cut in the side good.
Well, I'd be trying to knit this a little bit just to get that one in the left. I don't know that he wants to leave that left one too late.
No, he does not. I think he should get to it next. I think he will.
Well, that's neither here nor there what he's done there.
You know, it's a little short. It's okay. Boy, he's going up table now. So I don't like that shot. Did he get away with it?
See, the biggest problem with this is, yes, he can pot that yellow. Yes, he can go forward and come inside to the other yellow in the rail. The problem is how dicey is going to be to play this 8-ball.
I don't think he needs to hit this with inside. I think he can just go straight top.
He needs to get there.
Hold on.
Well, he's got the angle, but this has just got to be a little dink and leave the long cut. And he's got to get this really touchy and soft, because the cue ball just wants to keep going, and that'll be good enough. So this would be a good start for Stubb. And in it goes. Well,
not good first rack for Stubb.
Well, that's the sort of start you want. Coldest Pillow looking to respond. He's got a ball. Where's the 8-ball going? No, it's going in. So it's going to be a re-rack. And I bet he comes up right now. Commentator's curse. Guaranteed.
Boy. That's you think you got that much power, huh?
Oh no, well my powers are waning. It's all these early starts I've been doing. Well, I'll tell you something.
Have to take the reds.
Yeah, has he got a shot in the red though?
Maybe not. Well, he does. He's got a cut on this red. Ooh. It's the kind of shot that could be missed too. I mean, the yellow's just. I mean, you can get to all the yellows. It's just not that easy on a couple of them. The one that's up table here is the one that really looks bad.
Well, that was well
got
played.
The red in, so I think he's going to be good here.
Now, the one red that would be his last red to get to that 8-ball is the one that I've got circled with the donut, because you can go through the gap between the two yellows for that 8-ball. Now, he's got to have that planogram in his head, or that route plan in his head.
Well,
that's a shot.
My inclination would always be to come down and shoot it in the side, but you know, I play pool in real life, and on VP these long shots and all that, you know, aren't so bad. In real life, I would always play and come down and shoot that in the side. Well, not always, but if I was perfect on it, I would.
Well, he might have to do that, Steve, because he hasn't got there on this red ball. He's left himself short.
Yeah, he doesn't have to, but I think he may.
Now, if he's going to risk it, is he risking over this? But is he risking? No, he isn't. He's trying to get down.
Going back to
watch where the cue ball's going. This is hooked.
Yeah, he overcooked it. Let's see, does he have a shot? I think he has a shot, though. Back cut into the corner pocket. That's going to be nobody's favorite shot.
Well, that's a hell of a shot. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it goes, and you can avoid the scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but it's tight.
Let's be honest, he's got no other alternative. He might as well have a go.
Yeah, well, he's got to. Well, he could play a carom, but I don't see anything that's reasonable. Yeah, he looks like he's aiming too thick to me. This looks like it's going into end rail. I'm sitting right behind him. I don't like his aim. Now it's better. He's changed it. Still too thick.
Yeah. That was a toughie.
Well, and this is the kind of table that, you know, Stubb's going to clean up. If Stubb runs out well, he just...
yeah, when he doesn't have an awful lot it's when he doesn't... when the job doesn't require an awful lot of thinking in detail, that yes, he'll do it. But when he has to get clever, and he starts banging the ball, needless to say, he has to take advantage of this.
Let's see. Well, he's already screwed up.
Yeah, he's
I
left
think
himself.
He was trying to get to those. I might have shot that one ball out from the side pocket off the bat.
I'll tell you something else, Steve. See with this cue ball, if it comes out into the middle of the table, it could be in the middle of no man's land because those two yellows block each other in that top corner pocket if it comes too far into the table.
Ball's extended from the side
and he's
pocket.
Missed it.
All his trouble, and he's dogged it.
Well,
I think he should have shot the one ball extended from the side pocket on the first shot. He could have hit it with a little draw and come right back down the table.
Well, Coldest Pillow's got off the hook.
Well, that was big for Coldest Pillow because he would have been down 2-0 with Stubb breaking.
Now, did anything go there? I missed something. Yeah, something did go.
So, I think
you've got to take
he's
yellows.
Probably going to want to take the yellows here.
Yeah, yellows have got no problem. Again, this is it's the usual story. You know where you're going before you move, and Stubb's already running the cue ball there. I don't know why you had to do that. But he's on the yellows. Now, again, the biggest decision he's got to make here is he's going to deal with these two yellows at this end of the table first. He's going to play the combo, obviously. But is he going to deal with that other yellow to the right of the cue ball?
I think he will.
Now, the biggest issue, I think, here is getting onto that 8 ball, especially those reds around the top end of the table being in a path that you might want to put the cue ball.
This is pretty natural to shoot that one yellow by the other one and let the cue ball float down. You might possibly bump the one red on the right, but nothing bad. It's probably going between them. It just depends on speed. I kind of like shooting the ball into the pocket. It's 90% of the pocket and its natural position. You just have to roll forward.
Well, he needs to watch his shot clock here.
He's not going to do that. I think with this light cue ball, sometimes players are just a little more uncertain about where it's going, and they don't want to take a chance with it.
Yeah, well, this is tricky now. He's got to hold this cue ball somewhere on the line of the 8 ball to get to that yellow into the corner again.
This should be pretty natural. Boy,
he's overcooking it. Oh, is he getting there?
Lucky though. I think he got lucky. No.
Oh, he's got barely half a pocket.
It might go.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight. I think it will go, but it's very tight.
Yeah, it is extremely tight. Yeah.
What was that?
Stubb's solution is, if it's tight, give it a blast.
Well, that just makes the pocket smaller. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do.
That had to be the touch of a feather there. The problem, of course, that Stubb knew was he ever going to have any sort of shot in the 8 ball if he'd got it?
Boy,
I think that's why he hammered it. And I think he can consider himself quite lucky that he hasn't has he left this red on? No, he hasn't. So Stubb is
so now
being dealt punishment.
is going to torture his ass. The only problem with that safety is his balls are not, he's still got 2 balls there. Well, now he's got a free ball, so that kind of solves that problem.
Yeah, but
he'll separate these two.
How often have we seen players getting a free shot and a table that is doable, and then do something to get themselves in trouble here? Got to be careful.
The thing about this 8-ball games is you don't have to run out. If you get in trouble, you can always play safe again.
Duck again, yeah.
There's 2 situations where that can be troublesome. One is the opponent's ball near the pocket, and the other is where it is now. It's out in the center of the table, which really means that it'll go just about anywhere. So if you're going to play safe, you got to be pretty careful.
That was nowhere he intended to be there. This is
okay though, because this is natural position to come down between the yellow and the red. All you have to do is roll this, let it come down. You got 2 balls to get on. Yeah, so it comes right into where you could shoot either ball.
Needs to stay off the rail, which it has done. Now, why isn't he taking the one that he's on right now with a little dink back for that cut and that?
I think he wants that to get on the 8-ball.
Well, he's going to leave it into the top corner pocket. Is he going to hold it? He's holding it for the side. So Stubb is duly punished.
And Coldest Pillow's become a very solid player. I mean, he's not going to go away. Stubb's going to have to beat him.
Well, I heard something go that time.
Got a ball down, and the table is difficult.
Yeah.
Boy. Well, boy.
How does that look from that end? Can you play that red next to the 8-ball? No, you can't. Or could you play that red next to the 8-ball and draw and miss that yellow and draw to the rail and bump the red and yellow?
It's pretty tight to miss the yellow.
Oh.
Well, he took a Stubb shot there.
Yeah.
So I don't like that shot just because you don't know what's going to happen. You could tie things up worse.
Yeah, there was nothing controlled about those shots at all. I think that it could have been worth a try, actually, trying to cut that red that was next to the 8-ball and get a little draw on the cue ball and try and just skim that yellow and open the red a wee bit, but maybe he didn't think he could get there.
I mean, there's plenty of 8-ball on streams. Some US, there's plenty of that, like Ultimate Pool and stuff, which is 8-ball, and watch those pros play. See how many times they just take a blast. You're not going to hardly ever see it.
Welcome to Father Christmas, Mark. And is that miasma, isn't it? Or have I mixed up again? I can't remember who's who here.
Yeah, I think that is miasma.
Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hospital. Okay, that's where it's been. Hopefully everything's okay.
Well, Mark, listen to this story. I did my when I finished my shift yesterday at noon, I did a little bit of final Christmas shopping in terms of food. And when I got home, I went to the. I meant to actually take a video and upload it to let you see it, but I went to the butcher's and I went in and I said, "Have you got a large steak pie?" He said, "Yeah," and he caught me off guard because this is a family-sized steak pie that's supposed to serve 4 or 5 people. And he said, "How many is it for?" I said, "Oh, it's for 2." Straight off the top of my head, not willing to admit that it's all for me. This thing's, it's the size of my keyboard, this steak pie, but it's in the fridge, all set for Christmas Day, when I'll have the first half of it, and then Boxing Day I'll have the other half of it. But I didn't want to tell the guy, this pie is just for me, and anybody thought it was a greedy pig. I had to think on my feet there and tell him it was for 2 people. Well, Stubbs got to respond, and he's going to be banging here, isn't he? There's no gap for this yellow to go anywhere here. Well, it will. It'll go into the other corner.
It goes in the corner. It just, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But the pattern here is.
I reckon if you were rock solid at this game, you would play to come down to the 8-ball. He'll
have a shot in the side or the corner.
Well, he's got a shot.
I think you almost have to shoot this in the corner though, because.
Well, can he not just play for a little rub here and not try and do too much?
He's going to get too big a rub, and you got to hit it with more speed with that bigger rub, which makes the pocket smaller. I think if he's going to shoot it in the side, he's got to kind of force through the red. This is tough because I don't think you can hit this easy and come up with a shot. I may be wrong, but
I think he can.
Ball's going to slide over into the red too much.
No,
I think that's how he had to hit it, that kind of speed. And he came up with a shot, but he didn't make the ball. I think if he would have hit that easy, he would have just bumped the red and just sat there on top of the 8-ball.
Well, that's created a problem straight away. He's nudged the yellow and blocked the pocket. Now he's going to try and do a bit of bumping here with a bailout shot should he not get the hit. Got to try and get the nudge.
Well,
that worked. That's done the trick. That's opened up the pocket. Now he's got the bailout red up table. So all going according to plan at the moment.
This shot's a little tricky here just because there's a side pocket out there and it's very speed sensitive.
Where's the cue ball going?
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it was going to want to do, is go right at the side.
Yeah, it was heading there. If he had another spoonful of porridge this morning, it would have got there.
Now that's a tricky shot because it's just a matter of how much ball you take.
Oh, Stubbs in the stream chat. He's complimenting black ball as a game of pool.
Well, it's a pussy game because he's behind. If he was ahead, it would be a manly game.
Well, just slightly off angle, but right in the heart of the pocket. So now we have daylight. Pressure's on Stubb now, and this looks dry.
Coldest Pillow's playing well. Now we'll see if he can get out on this table. This table's doable. It's not any gimme table, but it's doable. Well, I kind of like the reds myself, but they both work. I don't think there's anything wrong with either of them. See what he decides to do.
Would you be trying to play that red in the gap with the 2 yellows? Because you really don't need to nudge anything as long as you can get on the mark. And there's a red there that would allow you to get into that gap.
Yeah. He's decided to take the yellows, which is fine. I mean, I think that's a good yellow to shoot if you're going to take the yellows because those 2 were stacked up.
How does that look from this side then?
Let's see if he tries to get to these yellows here. Yep, and this is good too because those 2 yellows, they both went, but it's just a little funny. Let's see if he just tries to force through this or doesn't. Maybe comes back and shoots the other one. He tries to force through, and that is trouble.
Just overcooked it.
Yeah, he's still alive, but he's got issues.
Well, thin cut into the side.
One down table, he's going to end up running into the 8-ball.
Yeah.
And I guess he can shoot the one next along the rail up table, or back down table, I guess it would be. Because this has got to hit the 8-ball, I think. Hit the red. He caught that a little heavy. He may even caught a piece of that red, even if he put it in the pocket.
Well, Stubbs' chance.
Yeah, this is. You would think Stubb would be out here.
Well, I don't think that, well, I think that was the one thing I was just about to say, that I don't think leaving that red over the pocket is going to do him any good. Because you want to have an open table, all this open grassland down here to get to this 8-ball.
It's in a little bit of a funny spot here. I'd shoot the one up by the corner and go behind the yellow and out, and then shoot the one out from it in the side.
That needs to keep running.
Overhit it.
Well, I think
I would have hit it easier and tried to shoot that on the side. No,
well, I was thinking, another 10 inches and he was good for a straight roll in and rolling through for the other red next to the yellow, but he's neither here nor there now.
It's funny because, an 8-ball, you've got a lot of balls to shoot, so you can get out of line and still have something else.
Well, he's still reasonably good. I mean, this isn't a disaster. And now he can roll through and play the shot I'm talking about. He can play the one in the middle.
They play some pool leagues. I played in this Masters pool league where you flipped a coin and the guy that won the flip got to break, but the other guy got to pick the game. So what game the game was either 9-ball or 8-ball. What game do you think I picked every single time?
You pick 8-ball.
Exactly.
Right.
And I'll tell you why. Because in 8-ball, you can control the game, and even though you can shoot a lot of balls, to break and run out, usually you got to be able to control the cue ball. And,
that's where he wanted to be. He's well shot. He's got an angle.
Yeah, it's 8-ball every time over 9-ball if you're the better player.
Yeah. And that's all gone wrong. He didn't get there. He had to get that side so that he could just cut the red and come down. Oh yes, this is.
It does bank back up here in this corner. He can bank this shot. This is a one pocket bank. It's a lot of angle, and this bank goes. I mean, and he hit it pretty good. Yep, good shot. Yeah, that was a fine shot. That was not an easy bank on these pockets.
Right, that's taken care of. Stub. We'll have no more of that language in the stream. That's him dealt with. That's him muted in 2 places now. He's muted in the room and he's muted in the stream.
Watch out.
Well, the thing is, if you take the one in that reel right now, you've not got a backup shot at all. He's got nothing. He's got to take the cut. Got to take the cut.
You're right. He's got a couple cuts. He could cut the ball in the side pocket too, although I don't think that's anybody's favorite shot.
Yeah, this is going to get him nowhere, I don't think. I mean,
he's got 3 balls he can shoot. He can shoot the one on the rail and cut it. He can shoot the one out from the rail and cut it, or he can cut the one in the side pocket. And I think the one out from the rail's got to be the easiest one, and it's natural position to come across for the other.
Overdone it. Overdone it.
Well, I mean.
Well, Stubbs got a problem, obviously, that yellow on the right side with the red block in the corner pocket, so that's going to be tricky to get to. And the other reason is he's got to clear up this bottom right-hand corner pocket to give it a pocket.
Yeah, and he's got this ball by the side pocket, which does go in the side pocket, but it's easier to bank it. You might bank it now. That kind of ball that's close to the side pocket, unless you're on it perfectly and can just dink it, it's a hard shot. It's much easier to bank that ball.
No, I think he's the wrong side of this, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
Well, I don't know what he's trying to do there.
He's
way overhit.
He's got a very thin cut. Now, this might work out. He could end up on the short side up in that far corner where the red is and beyond that yellow. If he's got the pace right, well, he's blasting it. He's blasting it to hell. He never gave it a chance. I mean, he had to hit that to cut it, yeah, but did he have to hit it as hard?
Well, the natural path of it was going maybe just short of it or at it, so he certainly didn't have to hit it hard to do that. You know, the thing is when you hit the ball hard, it's harder to get it online. I think some of the more amazing shots I've ever seen Efren shoot were ones where he hit it hard because, you know, he hit the ball hard and still was able to find the line.
My chat's away again in this bloody phone. So it is.
Cobra's there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing who's coming in without. I'm trying to not look at the second monitor as often.
Well, you know Cobra's rooting for Stubb.
Let's have a look.
Well, this is a little tricky. There's no guarantee Coldest Pillow's getting out here. He's looking at playing safe.
Welcome to Cobra. I can see the chat now. Well, at least I will for a short while.
I don't know what he was trying to do, but that was a terrible safety. I mean, he put it in perfect. Well, I don't get that.
Where's the cue ball going?
Stubb had a perfect angle to slide it over and shoot his red that he was in trouble, and instead he blasted it. All he had to do is, I don't get it.
The solution is always, he always returns to the same solution, and that's bang the ball.
Well, I think he didn't understand the light cue ball there because that was a pretty easy shot to get on his trouble ball, and it was way wrong. Well, I don't get that either.
He's just done a favour for Coldest Pillow. He said, well, let me get that problem ball off the rail there for you, and he's just pumped it out.
I don't get it. I'm watching this whole. I don't get it.
I mean,
that's going to be my favorite saying watching this match is I don't get it.
I think if Coldest Pillow plays his cards right here, he could just let Stubb remove that other red in the other rail. Now, there's a bit of a danger here that he's now going to be committed if he takes that red that's over the side pocket and open up the yellow, because that yellow up top, I think, goes behind that red.
I probably would have shot the yellow over the side pocket now with top left.
Watch the cue ball. There's a disaster.
I would have shot the red by the pocket with top left and made the cue ball come across for the red by the 8 there, I think.
I mean, this is... Well, there's his free shot going.
Yeah, and he's got nothing.
Again, I don't understand.
He's going to have to shoot a bank. It's an uncontrolled free shot. He's going to have to bank this yellow.
Well, it will go.
It's a little tight on the double kiss, but I think he can avoid it. He might need left English to avoid it.
That's well played. Very well done. He's going to need to dig out another one here, though.
Yep, he's going to have to bank again. This bank's a touch harder.
Well, you
pretty
never
natural
know.
Position. Pretty natural position to run into this red ball by the side pocket. You just don't want to do it too easy and hook yourself.
Yeah, this yellow might actually brush the red as well. You never know. Brush the red and then go in. I mean, that is.
Yeah, it's going to want to run at that red if he hits it kind of more normal speed.
Oh, it looks good to me. Perfect. Oh dear.
That was the problem, is running at the red, and you wanted to hit that not too easy, but not that hard, and he needed to hit it more square. I mean,
Stubbs does a more vigorous semi-pro wiggle. You notice that?
Yeah.
Well, Coldest Pillow, you got to get the job done now. How many opportunities do you want?
I mean, it wasn't a bad play. Just maybe a little firm. It's tough for this light cue ball to get it exactly. I knew it was going to be going at the red, but I would have had a hard time picking the line exact on that thing.
No. This is a little bit dodgy. This is dodgy because this cue ball is going to finish over left side unless he really kills it. Well, that's better than nothing.
Well, if he hits this with just a little speed, I think he can get to the other side of the 8 ball. He's just going to stun it over. And it's looking like it's going to be 4-2 here.
And remember, he's overcooked this.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness me! I'll tell you, that's called using all the pocket goodness. There it goes.
Where's the cue ball going?
Too late, John.
Scratched. This is not good for Stubb. Now this table's a mess. Let's see what he decides to do here.
Well, I mean, surely the first thing you do is try and free up the 8-ball, regardless, and then make your decision of what balls you'll take.
The thing is, when you free it up, you don't want to make it. That's the thing you got to avoid.
Well, obviously the angle it's sitting at, it's very unlikely you're going to make it unless you slam it and you start it rolling around the table. Well, that's one choice.
Well, he played a very controlled shot, which I like. I'm not sure that this table's doable at this point. If you were going to take a blast, that was the time to do it. Was on a free ball or free shot.
Your inclination is to deal with the 2 balls up the other end of the table because those are the 2 that you can get at. But then where do you go after that, though?
Yeah, he can get on this one red by the rail right now.
Oh, that's a nice little stroke.
Shot.
Yeah.
And he can come across and get this one that's above, although that's a little tricky because you're running at the side pocket.
This has just got to be a good touch, and he hasn't.
He was going to try to play it in the side or corner pocket.
We've seen how players are getting really caught out with these angles and these little dinky shots down the rail. We've seen that last night a couple of times where they're pushing them to the rail straight away, and of course the ball comes straight off the rail.
They're just not getting them to the hole. Does Stubb have a shot here? Yeah, he still does. He does.
Well, he's now going to be putting a good bit of draw in this, I think, this yellow over the corner, or is he going to try and cut that into the side?
Yeah, well, you got 2 balls here to play position on, so that kind of makes the situation easier.
Can he get this and come right down the rail? Can he come down the rail?
But, he tried to hit it hard.
Where's the cue ball going?
He hit it the wrong speed. He tried to hit it hard, and he's got a touching ball. It does go. If he shoots this the right way, it goes. Oh, but he's got to hit away from it. That's right.
Yeah. And touching ball hit first. He actually moved the touching ball. Well, how do you credit that? Oh, is that a bug or I mean, we need to see that. We need to see that reran because he's actually moved the yellow.
No, you have to play away from it.
Yeah, but
play away from it.
Well, that's the thing. It said touching ball hit first up in the top HUD there. So
because he didn't play away from it. I mean, it was a tough situation because away from it was he was going to have to play it into the corner of the pocket.
I think the point Stubb would make is yes, I did play away for it, but he obviously didn't play away for it good enough.
Well, I'm sure that the ball must have at least wobbled.
Well, there's my 5-litre bottle of water just about done.
Well, you know what comes next.
I've got another 5-litre bottle sitting right next to it, though. I've got emergency backup supplies. I think the great thing about this game is that the fact that all of these guys don't play black ball on any regular basis whatsoever, i.e. never at all, really. I think the fun thing about the tournament is no matter how good the players are, that there's always that thing hanging over their head about this cue ball getting away from them and, just understanding how it's going to come off the rail. And I think that's the fun part for as a viewer. Because nothing is set in stone and guaranteed on this table. Wow. Maybe he didn't have the room to get there. Well, Stubbs going to have to play a cracking shot on that yellow in front of the 8-ball.
I think he may shoot this one up the rail and try drawing into it.
Well, he's obviously ducking here, but he's got to duck in a way that he doesn't just leave a straight kick in this 8-ball. I mean, that 8-ball's a good kick, so he's got to be careful.
He can roll the yellow into the gap between the 8 and he just needs to get the yellow in there enough that the 8 won't go. It's a little touchy, but I think he'll try to roll that yellow.
He doesn't look as if, I don't know what he's doing here, but I mean, I can see your idea.
Yellow.
Yeah.
You got to get the 8-ball to kind of bump out a little so the yellow blocks it, just like that.
That'll work.
Yep.
That'll work. Coldest pillows up the proverbial creek without a paddle here.
Well, he just wants to bump this real light because he doesn't have to get to a rail. He's full snookery. He can bump this super light, and if he does,
watch how much
Stubb.
He doesn't want to spin he's putting in this cue ball.
Oh, he hit it.
No, Stubbs going to give this a bump to get the ball free.
I don't think he realized that he
didn't need to hit a rail.
Need to hit a rail because he would have been better off just bumping that as light as he can. Because this is doable now, I think.
Maybe not now, unless he banks it.
It's going to be a bank shot. Well, he's made every bank he shot at so far. I mean, if we were playing bank pool, Stubb might be one of the favorites because everything he shot with a bank. I'm probably commentator cursing him right now.
Well, he doesn't have to really worry about the 8-ball. He just knows that he's got to watch the cue ball doesn't go way down low in that 8-ball, the far corner.
Yeah, this is a win or lose shot here. You're either going to win or lose on this shot.
He's trying to keep the cue ball low there, but he hasn't.
Well, he missed it by a mile.
I mean did he seriously miss the bank so badly? I mean, I think he was playing a safe, to be honest with you. It's so bad it looked like a safe.
No, he just missed it by a mile. I'm not sure what happened.
Wow. There. Well, Coldest Pillow is in the ascendancy. 3-rack lead, only a race to 9, remember. Stubb needs to get back into this if he can.
Well, right. He's got to get to the table first. And
yeah. Now,
right
what do
now
you do?
It's looking like he might. You got to take the reds.
Well, do you play? The thing is, do you play the combo yellow onto the red over this corner and try and deal with the situation with the other red next to the 8-ball?
Well, it's not a bad play because that combo gets you in great position to move that other red. But he can get there here too. You shoot this and leave just a little angle. Doesn't want too much angle or he could miss the red. What's he gonna do? See if he's try to do it.
This is tricky.
This is a touchy shot.
In the knuckle, it's tricky. This. He's got it okay though.
Well, he didn't get where he wanted, but he can still bump it from here. Top left, and you just got to hope you come up with a shot here. I mean, the trouble with this light cue ball is going to be hard to control this. Well, he hit it. Wow, he did a looping shot.
Yeah.
And he didn't come up with a shot. I wasn't thinking of looping it like that, but boy.
He's trying to get. Is he trying to get tricky here? Is he?
He's got a safety here. This little ticky safety is a good safe. And he hit it pretty good. He didn't get safe.
Well, we'll know what we'll know what frame of mind Stubbs in if he slams this yellow.
He need to hit that a touch harder because you wanted to use the red to block these other guys, and he needed to get the 8 to block the one Stubbs shooting at now. Just need a touch more speed. Now this isn't a guaranteed pot here either.
Well, I think Stubb can play for time here. If he gets this yellow, he can actually duck if he wants. But will Stubb ever duck?
No, he'll blast. Oh, and he missed it. And it's probably deep enough that Coldest Pillow can follow this in. I think he'll just draw this back. I think he'll miss this other red too and be able to shoot it next. I don't know what he's going to do with the red locked on the 8. That's going to be the big challenge.
Well, I
it
think
does go in the corner pocket, but it's.
I think if you cut this and you get I think he's maybe get too much angle for the English to work really well here to come down, try and get a bump.
I think he can get to it. Yeah, I think so? He can get to it. Well, he could go 2 rails too. I think 2 rails might have been a better play.
That'll work. Watch the 8 ball. That's perfect. Wow. That is perfect.
Stev is wearing out the B and S keys on his keyboard right now.
Now, well, let's have a look at the house. He's out. Well, that's fine. That's bolt straight. He just doesn't want to overcook the draw. Don't overcook the draw. Well, the win is there for Coldest Pillow if he wants it. Now with a 6-2 lead, Stubb breaks in rack number 9. He's got a ball. This table looks pretty good as far as the reds go, does it? Well, there's a wee bit of tricky threesome there, but you've got the 2 yellows sort of tied up. But one, I don't even think you can get that one into the side. That's too tight. You can't get to it. So reds it's going to be, I would assume, unless he's going to play a yellow and try and break out those 2 yellows. The biggest concern is dealing with those 3 reds above the 8 ball. Let's have a look. Maybe that's what he's looking at. I mean, they all go. You've just got to work your way around them. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think he will get out here, and he desperately needs to.
I mean, that one's not a problem. The one from the side pocket's not a problem, but he's not got it there. I think he wanted to roll through maybe to get that one, but he hasn't got it there. Yeah, that's not where he wanted to be. He's having to go to plan B already because he wanted through to deal with that one and he hasn't got there first of all. And now he's in trouble. He's still got a pot, but it is a tight cut and the cue ball. In fact, it's far too tight a cut. Look at the angle. Look at how close he is to it. This is ugly. Yeah.
Well, he screwed up a pretty easy table.
Well, I see the biggest concern was the fact that those 3 reds, you just have to be, touchy around about them to pick them off. And, again, going back to the cue ball situation, nothing's reliable for these players. If this was 9 ball, not a problem. They're so at home and they're so common and comfortable with the cue ball. Not a problem, but this is always in the back of their mind with this damn cue ball. They just don't know where it's ended up. They know the direction it wants to go, but they just don't know how far it's going.
Well, I would take issue with that. I don't think they really know the direction it's going.
I'm trying to be diplomatic.
For that matter, I don't think most of the players playing 9 ball on VP know the direction it's going.
A lot of the time, but you know what I mean. I mean, the comfort is knowing that they're so used to the weight and the reaction of the cue ball. They've got a general idea where it's going. But this game is totally it's mind-boggling and baffling for them.
Well, that worked out well. Yeah, I mean, I think. You're making an adjustment saying, well, the ball's going to come back more, not go forward as much. And that's, it's tough to make that adjustment by thinking about it. Well, you really have to make those adjustments intuitively, which really means you have to play a lot.
Yeah, he should be out here. He just needs to roll this yellow, do nothing with the cue ball, but other than run forward a wee bit if he can. He hasn't really sort of left the angle, but there's no way he should be messing that up. Well, Stubbs, this is looking more like a drilling scoreline for Stubb here.
This is turning into a blowout here.
Yeah.
This is.
Coldest Pillow's got another couple of balls in the break. Now this is a bit. Well, do you play the? Can you manufacture that combo right off the bat here? Because that's the biggest issue of all.
I don't think so. I would probably be taking the yellows, but you got a lot of balls down here to clear the one problem. Well, I mean the reds are tough.
Oh, and he's missed it. Well,
Right off the bat, he missed it.
Stubbs going to have that problem either way, or whoever it is that's at the table will.
Yes.
Well, he's going to play the bump right now, obviously.
Yeah, the problem with this bump is there's a good chance you're not coming out with a shot on this.
Oh, no, I don't. Now I don't know what he's doing.
No, he played for a better bump. He lost the cue ball a little bit. You got to hit this a little more English than you think with this light cue ball to get it into that yellow good. You don't want to just brush this. You want to get it most of the yellow. So I would be putting full blast E on this myself.
Well,
you got enough of it. That's good.
That's well played.
Oh boy.
I think he's as if he's sort of chickened out in the stroke there a wee bit.
I think he was afraid it was going to draw back too much.
Yeah, I think that's the doubt that's always in the back of the mind.
Yeah, uncertainty is never good in any of these games.
Well, he's got it.
Watch out. Watch out.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, he's okay. Well, that's pinched one back off Coldest pillow. Stubbs breaks, got a ball.
Made a ball, and he's got a pretty good table. I think he'll take the reds. I don't see him taking the yellows.
Well, that was a pretty brisk decision that he's just made there, considering that red's nailed to the rail pretty much near the side pocket.
Well, he's got one issue, and he's going to have to deal with it. And the biggest problem is getting back down table for another ball.
Well, that's what he was trying there.
You know, if you get on that with a thin slice on that red down the rail, it's hard to get it back down table for these two balls down on the end rail. So I'm not quite sure what he's going to end up doing. He may just try to go roll forward and bump this. This is sitting perfect to make it and bump it. Now he didn't do that. I would have just gone forward and bumped that red on the rail and maybe got it in a spot I could come back for these.
Well, it's clear what he's going to do. He's going to pot these two reds, bring the cue ball into the table a little bit, and leave enough room for the cut on the red.
And really, I think that's a good plan. That's probably better than my plan because he doesn't have to bump the ball.
My biggest concern, though, with that angle he's going to have is that this yellow that's almost parallel to the 8 ball could be trouble for him. Yep, it could be trouble.
I would have tried to get closer than that.
Commentators, I said, there's the issue with this shot, that yellow ball there.
I think the issue with the shot's making the ball. And this is now gimme.
Well,
he didn't make the ball.
He actually almost, I think, had the shot in the 8 ball, but that yellow was always going to be the problem.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. So
now, what does Coldest pillow do strategy-wise here?
You know, shoot the one on the side, and you could play for the combo.
Try and stun down onto the red.
Well,
can you do that?
I think that's probably a good play.
That's maybe too much angle.
You could corner hook yourself, though. It's real deep in there. I was thinking just come down and get on the combo. He may try to play safe, which I don't really like. Now, what's he doing?
Well, he can't just...
Well, he's in the same exact spot he just was.
Yeah, you can't just drop into the middle of these two yellows and hook him because he's going to kick up and down easily enough.
Yeah, well, you can shoot the one in the corner and bump the one on the left, but the problem with that is that unless you hit it hard, it's still going to be in a bad spot. I would shoot the one on the side and drag down for the combo on those two reds. Yeah, so... He just bumped it lightly, and
this is what he's going to do. He's going to leave Stubb the kick.
No, he's going to try to run out. He's got to go back up to the side pocket now. Shoot this one, go back up to the side pocket, and come back down for this one on the rail. And then he's going to have to come onto the short side of that 8 ball.
Well, he's not got there.
Boy, well that's. Yeah.
Well, this is deep in the pocket. Stubb's going to get around the corner here.
I'm not sure he can kick this in.
No, I don't think he can. I don't think he can.
You can if you go to the other end rail. He's got to go down table to kick this. he tries this, he's got to mass it.
Yeah, this is right around the corner, not hitting anything of that red ball.
This is too hard.
No, that's beautiful. I'll take
nice
it all
little
back.
Yeah,
he got it.
He hit that good, and he came out really good. He's straight into the side.
I think the good thing there is he didn't think too long about it, because I think the longer you think about it, the worse the masse was going to be.
Well, I'll tell you the tough thing about that masse. If you hit the ball fairly full, it's following it in. And he managed to get the edge of it.
Well, that's a bonus for Stubb. Bear in mind it was his own break. I think this is dry. Oh no, a couple of balls just cracked into the side pocket. The table looks pretty good to me.
Boy, can you shoot that red?
So we're just about to double check.
I don't know if you can shoot that red or not. You can shoot the one that's right in front of him though, so.
Well, that would be a brave shot there, that red next to the yellow, to take it up in the corner to start you off, wouldn't it? That'd be really brave. Be a bit crazy as well. He's going to try. Is he trying for a bump here?
Yeah, I think he's going to bump this. I think he needs to. And
no, he's missed it.
Why'd he blast it?
Hang on a minute. I thought he was going to have another go at it.
See, the mistake there was hitting it with that kind of speed.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, he didn't need to hit it that hard. That's that uncontrolled shot where balls could go anywhere. I just don't. I don't understand why players shoot those shots.
He might have one more chance at it.
I mean, once in a while that shot is called for, but I see it done about 9 out of 10 times when it's not called for. He should be able to draw this back into it.
No. Well, that's got the hit, but well, you've really got to take that. I don't think you take the one over the side. You've got to play the cut here.
No, you have to play the cut.
You've got to play the cut. Well, he's fancying a bedhead cut in this table. Good luck with this.
Well, the problem with this shot is
he's going to be nowhere good in the 8-ball unless he just bumps the yellow.
He's got to roll this. He can't hit this hard, and he hit it hard.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear.
I guess he wanted the bank. Yeah, he couldn't. He needed to roll that. I agree with you. He should have shot that before the one over the side pocket.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to play the cut. Oh, double kiss. Oh, disaster. Well, there you go, Stubb. If you want them handed in a plate to you, there's one opportunity given to you.
So what was it, 7-2 or 7-3? And
it was 7-2. Yeah, 7-2 it was. Now,
the only thing you can do wrong here is scratch.
Well, I think that I think the only thing you can do wrong here is try and split these two yellows and nail one to the 8-ball. And scratch would be a complete and total disaster.
Well, actually, if you nailed one to the 8-ball and scratched, at least you've now got one nailed to the 8-ball. Although with a free ball, with a free shot and only one ball left, I think you can probably get it figured out. That would be the ultimate fail.
Now Stubbs
with only the 8-ball left.
Now Stubbs overthinking things. This is where he's seen disaster before he's played his shot here. He's dreading to play this breakout in case he does something daft.
I don't know why he's playing it from this side.
Right, he's played the ball. He could get to it. I don't think he could get to that.
I don't know either.
Well, that'll work.
All right. Well, I mean, we might have a match of this. It was starting to get boring. Stubb was so far behind, but we might have a match now.
He's got to roll forward, does he not, and get down onto this one down in the bottom rail here as we look. He's got to keep running. He's got there. He's got a cut. But I don't think he's happy that he didn't get far enough, though. Well, he's still got to.
It's just not a good feel for the cue ball. You got to put a lot more top on the ball to get this thing to go forward.
Another thing I would mention is I don't think he really wants to be up on the short rail at the other end to play that one in the short rail first here, because this is never guaranteed he's going to have any decent angle. And I think he's doing the right thing there, although he's actually overcooked it slightly. But I think if he just rolls this dead weight, can he skim off the 8? He might tie the 8 up with. He might finish hook behind the 8 here.
It's not going to hit the 8. No, it's going
you think
wide.
It's going to miss it?
Because this light cue ball will go sideways more. It won't even be close to it. Now he may shoot it so differently, but
yeah, you're right. Miles away from it. Well, that's perfect.
That shot, even on a pool table, people think it's going to hit the ball when it's not. But especially with this light cue ball, it really moves sideways. Well, 7-5 and Stubbs breaking, so
yeah. Well, we've been on for what, 56 minutes so far. Stubb back to within 2 with the break. And cue ball tried to scratch, but a yellow eventually went in. 8 ball married to a red.
Yeah, this is not a pretty table. I mean, the balls are separated, but when they're like this is tricky. This is where you got to be real precise with the cue ball. This is like one of those exercises.
I think see, is that a combo? No, it's not. It's not ideal. See, this is.
I'd probably take the reds.
Yeah, but that's a chance with the yellow there to break the red. There's a chance for the red to break the red 8 ball as well, but. Yeah, I don't know. He's decided to go the one solution he only knows is give it a pop.
Well, I mean, in that situation, it wasn't the worst decision. Well, I mean, I can understand that, but a good player, you'd never see a black ball pro do that.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, he moved every ball on the table, I think, except the 8 ball and the red. They're still stuck together.
Well, you could argue that the table's worse for him than it was.
Well, mind you, it's still an open table, though. It's still an open table.
Yeah, but look at the
yellow and the rail with the red. Yeah,
you got balls tied up. I mean, the solution is blast some more.
Well, that's actually come out not too bad, apart from the fact that he's still got to deal with that because he got the angle. He's going to play the bump here as well. This will free up the 8 ball.
It's more blasting. Well, the problem with hitting it this hard with this light cue ball is he could go right into the side pocket. It's real easy to overdraw this if he's going to blast at it.
Those 2 yellows are dead set into the side. He actually might, if he bumps this red and 8 ball in a controlled manner, he might actually leave himself the combo into the side.
He'll want to blast.
I don't think he should.
In the side pocket. Well, he didn't try to blast. He did try to play position.
He never got the
ball. Well, didn't make the ball.
Well, it's still up in the air as to who's going to deal with this situation in the right way to get out. Coldest Pillow's going to have first shot at it now.
Yeah, this is not a gimme out. I mean, the Stubb hanging the yellow in front of the pocket made it a lot tougher. He doesn't have any, this is the kind of situation where it's hard to play safe, so he's going to have to go for it.
Well,
boy, this is.
Now the thing is do you start trying to free this 8 ball, Steve, or do you leave it there as a safety net for the time being?
Well, I think. If you're planning on running out, now would be a good time to move it. The thing about safety nets is against good players, safety nets don't usually work.
Well,
unless they're really good ones.
He's made the choice. Now he's got another problem.
Yeah, now
he's almost backed into a corner here, if not already in the corner.
He's got a pretty good safety.
Now, why doesn't
all he has to do is hit that red by the side pocket and nail him to the other red, so that well, I guess that ball does go by. There's a pocket there.
I think the idea had there was
that was a horrible play because he just
trying to mess up these two.
Up. Well, he made it better for Stubb.
The fact that he's left that one over the side has made it a lot better because he can cut that in and obviously
The other one goes in the corner now, too.
Well, the other one goes up tables. He doesn't need to bump anything. Well, what's he done here, though? He's
just making it worse. So, Coldest pillow helps him, and then he hurts himself.
Well, I think he can still get that, though. I think he can still get it.
You gotta love it. I mean, I don't want your help. I'm going to tie this up again.
Yeah, he's now hampered over the yellow. He's dead straight on the yellow into the corner.
He's in the laundry.
So he's fine. He's fine.
This is a pretty, well, he's a little funny here. He didn't get up high enough.
He just needs to get out. No, he hasn't got out far enough either.
Well, this isn't bad having this kind of angle.
Well, I think if he just dinks this, he'll still have the cut, won't he? Or is he going to try and go to a rail and come out?
He may try to come out, but this kind of cut isn't as bad as it looks. Visually, it doesn't look good, but you're throwing the ball away from the long rail, so it makes the cut pretty easy.
Yeah, see the cue ball's got away.
See, I wouldn't have tried to play that way. I would have gone across. But
see, the thing is, everybody's scared to hit them hard into these pockets, knowing what happens, and then of course you hit it harder to get that cue ball to come off the rail and out. You know, you then cut your odds and actually potting the ball.
This ball cuts in. He's not playing it, but this ball does cut. I'd be shooting this ball every time. That cut's not as hard as you think it is. Well, that's the stupidest move ever. Because
he's going to be given.
He can't win from here. He can't win from here. I mean, he's just going to get locked up.
Well, he could, if he's got enough room, he could kick the 8-ball in. Coldest fellow's got to be careful.
He's not going to have a kick.
No, but what he has got is a shot, though.
A cut on it.
Yeah, he's left him a shot.
That's a terrible play. Well, what a bad play that was. Yeah, you got to get that locked up more on the red, so there's no kick and there's no shot. He was thinking, don't leave him a kick, and he left him a shot.
Watch the shot clock, though. This is timing out. He's no extensions. That's a great shot, but Coldest pillow asked for that.
Watch out. Oh,
no, he's fine.
Get the ticky into the side pocket.
That was a terrible safety by Coldest pillow.
Stubb literally gave him
8 balls gone
by not shooting that 8-ball.
Oh yeah, you do the obvious thing. You nail him. Yeah, you nail him.
Nobody wanted to win that game. Stubb made a horrible play, and then Coldest pillow one up them.
Well, I think that's what 4 in a row for Stubb. He's now 1 behind. But that was a big sell out there by Coldest pillow.
Well, that was Well, you know, I think that kind of stuff happens to players on VP because they're not used to playing those shots because they don't play them very often.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like if for most real life pool players, they play that kind of shot all the time, so it's a simple shot. But if you haven't played that much, then it's kind of a little touch shot. It's easy to overthink it and do something like he just did.
Well, talking about overthinking, Stubbs giving it a lot of thought here before he makes a move. Let's see.
Well, I mean, they're both okay. I think the Reds are sitting maybe slightly better, but not, appreciably. I think he's going to take the yellows.
Yeah, the one into the side and actually play for a bang straight away here, is he? Or what's he doing?
I don't know what he's looking at. Yeah, he's just got to play the one. He's all the balls go. Well, what do you let it roll for? He should have done a little check draw. He didn't want this angle.
Yeah, that one's tight, but it does. Well,
I would have checked drawn it and then shot the one near the corner pocket and come down onto the rail to get this one that's behind the red. I just don't get that.
Well, the one he's taking now, if he goes to rail like that and comes out, he can get the tight yellow. He can get the tight one.
Yeah. See, the problem is you didn't want to take that one he just shot. You wanted to leave that there. He should have been shooting this yellow, the shot before. He should have done a little stop shot in the side pocket and then shot the one he's probably going to end up shooting. I don't think this ball goes. I don't know what he's looking at.
It does go. It's very tight. It does, yeah.
Wow, you got it in.
Got it. Well, now the problems start.
Trouble. He may have to shoot this one that's down table. You know, the trouble is the one ball is blocked by the other, so you needed to get that one out of there. So, you know, the problem here is now he's going to shoot the ball that's blocked, but the problem is getting to this other ball.
Getting back to that ball. That's exactly it. I mean, he's not daft that he doesn't know that, Steve. But he just tries to still work out a way how to do it. But it's true, he's going to struggle.
This is tough. I mean, it's tough enough. I'd almost be tempted to draw this back and then shoot the one like he just did. I think that was a good decision because I think that's his best chance.
Yeah, this is the one where he's got to get the stroke right.
You got a couple of choices. I'd probably just try to float across short side it myself.
I think there's too much traffic there to come out good in this shot. I think too much traffic round about that yellow.
You could try to run into it too. You could try to come out behind and run into it.
No, he's going to get the right nudge. No.
I don't know. I think he was trying to short side it, but he didn't get there.
Well, can you kick it from the far side and still get that yellow in? I don't think. Can you?
Yeah, he can.
That's tight.
I don't know why he's going on the short side. I think maybe he thinks he just can't get out for the 8. If he's going to go the long way, he's got to hit it. Trying to play safe, that's tough there. See, when you get in this situation where you got one ball left, because Coldest Pillow is just going to lock him up. When you get in that situation where you got one ball left, you have to take a wild shot at it. You know, Stubbs Special is taking wild shots, and he plays safe at the time that you have to shoot. I mean, because you can't win from here.
The question to ask is, though, has Coldest Pillow learned his lesson from the last time he was in a situation like this where he had full control of the table, could have buried Stubb?
Yeah, well, I didn't like that shot just because he just made the table harder for himself. But
I think the 8 ball's in the way of the kick. Or is it?
He's probably going to get a free shot here. I think he can hit it. He's got to spin it. And that's what he's going to try to do. I do think he can hit it. And that ball's bigger than you think because you can come off the end rail.
Yeah, he's got it there. Oh, great effort.
Yeah, so, you know, Coldest Pillow, he tried to shoot a combo and, you know, thinking the cue ball's going relatively safe, but it wasn't that controlled. He should have just done some kind of controlled safety shot.
Well,
now he's got trouble.
Now the alarm bell should be ringing here for Coldest Pillow because Stubbs got a kick. Okay, he might not be necessarily great in the 8 ball, but he might have a bank on the 8 ball.
Well, he didn't want to leave him really anything. I mean, it might have been impossible. This is a pretty easy kick. I would hit this easy and take my chances.
No, we saw what it was like with a kick earlier on, where he was absolutely nowhere near it, and again he's a mile away from it, being caught out by the line off these rails.
Well, he made the great shot earlier when he kicked. So what's he Coldest Pillow doing here?
Well, I think he's trying to commit to getting out here. These 2 reds, where his cue ball's sitting, he wants to be dealing with them, and he's now created more of a problem, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you gotta. He can always play safe. I'd pot this ball and then roll in behind these 2 reds.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can bump one and separate a little so that they go, and then you can snooker them. Now he's trying to break them out, which I don't like that shot. I would have just played the controlled safety.
I think he's probably scared to actually try to roll to those 2 reds in case he split them and left a gap for the bank in the 8 ball or something. Well,
he might be a little gun shy.
He's almost on the hill though. Now he's still got to get decent on this last red where he's just drawn it back for a straightish 8 ball if he can.
Yeah, that's good enough.
That'll do. That'll be good enough. Just don't overcook it. That's the way you want to play it. More of a controlled stun draw rather than juicing it up. And well, Stubb has got one break here to try and survive. He's got a ball.
I know Stubbs just.
That's a good table.
He doesn't understand how to play this game, and he showed that by playing safe the one time he didn't want to play safe.
Well, he should understand enough here to get out. He's got it. Well, I think he's got to take the reds, if only because that red is blocking the pocket for the yellow right down here in the bottom right. And that's what he'll probably do. He'll probably go for the reds. If he's going to take the yellows, he needs to be proactive with that yellow that's parallel with the cue ball, and that's why he's taking the reds.
The reds. I like the reds a lot better than this table.
Now, is that getting there?
That's not too good.
It's sort of no man's land on both of these reds.
Yeah, well, he's close to this ball. When you're close, the cut's a lot easier. You know, I don't think he'll miss this. It's distance that makes that kind of shot hard.
He's got it. Well, he's got another testy one.
Another cut shot.
No.
Yeah, it's real natural to come down past the side pocket to come off the rail, and this should be a no problem out.
Well, there's a bit of a concern for me that he's came the bottom side
hard. Wow.
And he's came out good.
Yeah, that wasn't a very controlled shot. Yeah, shoot the red right there in front of you. I don't know why he's going to the side pocket. Shoot that red and get it out of there now. Because it only goes in one pocket.
Right, now, I think he's...
back to it here.
Why is he not taking the one?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that one's the one he should shoot.
I think he's worried about just rolling it dead weight and the cue balls that are hanging around.
Why he's coming back here.
Exactly, because because what I've said, you know, that's why he's worried about the cue ball, you know, not holding a line.
He's playing a pattern where, you know, there's more chance of screwing up. I just don't get it.
Well, I think he should be okay and he won't be hooked. Let's put it that way with this shot, because that yellow should be well out the way.
He should be okay, but he's overcomplicating it.
Right. Well, now the big pressure is on Coldest Pillow. He's breaking next rack for the match. We could be going all the way. This has just got to be babied in. So it's in Coldest Pillow's hands. Survival in the tournament. And I heard something go. The 8 ball and the yellow and red married up. If it wasn't for the yellow and red being married up, it was a pretty good setup here. I think he's still got to go for reds. If only because there's a couple of reds adjacent to this problem situation, and he might be able to deal with it now, or maybe not. Is he going to catch any of that?
Yeah, he just can't hit it too hard. If he hits it hard, he won't. He needs to just bump it easily, because you just want to separate them.
Yeah, that'll do. I mean, he's got the red into the side, so all good so far.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to go hill. He needs to run this out. You definitely don't want to be hill.
Well, is he on that red next to the yellow? Well, he never even looked at it. I don't think he looked. Now he's up the old creek again. Why didn't he look at that red that was tight?
Well, why did he put the cue ball here? I mean, obviously that's not what he wanted. Well, he's got a shot on it. He's got to hit it in the corner by the 8. He's just got to cut it in the corner. That's the shot. Well, I guess he could back cut it too.
Yeah, he could cross bank that red that's on the left side anyway, but that would be a disaster off the 8 ball.
Because you're going to run into the he's got to shoot the ball right in front of him. He's got 2 corners to shoot it in. He's just got to decide which one. I think the back cut on the right's an easier shot.
Now, is he going to bump any of these yellows on the right side here?
He certainly could.
Well, he's gone away, and
that's a pretty good shot.
That's actually now.
So he could stop this or back it up a little. Backing it up a couple of inches would be nice.
That's perfect.
That was nice touch there, because that's that white cue ball.
Now he's got to get the touch right. A little bit of English, and just enough.
He's got to put English on this. He said it good.
It's held the line, and it's all over.
Nice job there. Well, he got himself in trouble and survived it. That was nice.
Stubbs getting another $1,000 fine.
Stubbs getting another fine.
He's left the building. Oh dear. And poor old Coldest Pillow has to sit there until it times out.
Stubbs, I'm going to go find him right now before I forget.
Oh dear. What a good loser. Well done to Coldest Pillow, because it was getting nervy.
Yeah, good job, Coldest Pillow. That was a gutsy out there on that last rack.
Just to mention on this match that was at midnight last night, Larry won that by 9 racks to 4. I don't know whether Slim covered it, because I haven't even looked. But Larry had a reasonably comfortable win by the look of it, 9 racks to 4. So he now plays Albinario on that top half of the draw. And of course, this match is still shown live because Stubb left the building. But we'll have Cheeky Chico against Coldest Pillow in that next round. And the deadline for those matches is December the 28th. So they've got another, 5 days or so to get that organised. And remember, as I said earlier, there is only very few spots left in this 10 ball. So if you've got an inclination one way or another, then I wouldn't hang around. There is only 6 spots left in this tournament. There's a player that was in the lobby earlier on, Chalky, who made a 147 in VP3 Virtual Snooker World Championships many moons ago. He was online earlier on today. So Stubbs in line again for another tilt at a title. The usual suspects are in.
Stubbs been fined.
We'll never play that game anymore. I love Stubbs. Stubbs' repertoire's the same. It's very simple. He plays a game that he never plays, doesn't do all that well, gets knocked out of the tournament, and then he says he's never going to play it again. I mean, how many times has he said that? But anyway, good result for Coldest Pillow. The old sphincter was tightening up a little bit there, but he held it together in that final rack to get the job done. It won't get any easier for him, though. All the matches now are tough, but you're learning all the way.
He's still in it. Yep, he's still in it.
The more table time you get, the more opportunities for that cue ball, the more familiar you'll become with it, at least for another week or so, because then nobody gets near black ball again until it comes around again. Right, well, this is definitely the last time I'm going to be speaking to you guys before Christmas, so have a good one. Same to yourself, Steve, and we'll see you at some point, maybe between Christmas and New Year. I presume we will, just depending on the times that things get arranged, but we'll hope to see you then. Have a good one. And I'll bid you good night. I'm heading to bed.
Good night, guys.
Thanks again. See you later, guys.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.